but we did see a spurt of boundaries, and that was the big wicket. Garawa's first wicket in Test match cricket, and but unable to convert his stay to what would have been a well-deserved 100, finishing his innings on 91 of 236 balls. Mammoth effort by him, almost batting 3 sessions. And last half an hour or so, that was just a story for Zimbabwe. In between the boundary balls, pretty good, but just too many of those. And Fawad got to his, I won't say first 50, as he scored 3 Test match hundreds so far. And appreciating the support out of the changing room. So that's where we are right now. Zimbabwe, of course, winning the toss yesterday and not converting that into an innings of substance. And Pakistan leading by 85 with 6 wickets in hand. So join us after tea.
So it's the final session on day 2, Zimbabwe versus Pakistan, live from the Harare Sports Club. And Pakistan in their first innings have put on 261 for 4. They faced 91 overs. And they've got there with the help of Imran Butt, 91, a 60 from Abid and a 50 not out. And a quick fire 50, I tell you, from Fawad Alam.
And Zimbabwe much better today, bowling in much needed partnerships. Musa Rabani's been good. This surface only going for 1.74, excellent work. And Nagaraba, first wicket for him in Test match cricket, the big one of Imran Butt. That was early this morning, very good catch, just nicked the pads of the wicketkeeper Chikapa. So a really good reaction catch, and a little bit wider there. He was very good today, Turapano, and out of character error by the captain there, Baba Alam. Probably more a mental error than anything else. And then going for 91. That was a happy face of a man who's taken his first wicket in Test cricket. And Fawad Alam joined the innings a little bit later on, and from the get-go, good intensity at the crease, and really got the runs flowing, going at a strike rate of close to 70. 8 forwards in this innings, and they've all been classy. As we have a look at his wagon wheel, all around the wicket he's been good. Just the 74 balls for his 50.
That's the ball that's been used, 91 overs on it. And it's been 11 overs since the new ball has been available. I wonder why Brendan Taylor hasn't gone for it. We'll come back to that. But here are the two batsmen you're talking about, Fawad Alam. Just like the positivity that he's shown. It's very important to score at that rate, because you need to make purpose of those sessions for yourself as a team. Just hanging out there, offering a dead bat won't help, and this is a good partnership, and both of them are similar in that way. They're busy cricketers. They're quick between the wickets, and the left and right combination also will work for them, will keep the Zimbabwean fielders busy. Won't take it away from Brendan Taylor as well, especially after lunch. They build that pressure on them and not giving away too many runs in the first session today. And probably at lunchtime, Pakistan think tank must have had a discussion that let's get a bit of move on. We are scoring at a run and a half and over. And that resulted probably one way or the other in 3 wickets in quick time. But they haven't taken the new ball. So we saw Ingarawa bowling 2 overs as soon as the 80 overs were complete.
60-run mark, and you've got to say and believe that stranger things have happened in cricket. Take the new ball, try and take a handful of wickets, and you could really walk out with a deficit that's manageable, that you still have a chance of, like I said, have a say in this match. And the longer this gets drawn out, so more fatigue sets in for the Zimbabwean bowlers and the fielding unit as a whole, and more of that's going to take place, and that's been brilliant so far in this innings, and particularly this partnership of 36 between Rizwan and Fawad. The rotation's been excellent. So Sikana do, and I am scratching my head a little bit as to why they're not taking that new ball. It would have been positive, might not work, but just going through the motions, take nothing away from the Shumba with ball in hand. Certainly not a front line bowler, and things just getting drawn out will not play in our field in Zimbabwe's favour.
Fawad Alam, another case where you would feel that he belonged to this arena a little earlier than this. He had a big gap. He started off against Sri Lanka, then wasn't in the circuit for a long time, but back home in the first class arena he was piling on runs. Look at those numbers: 13,073, 296 not out highest. He provides you that very strong hold in the middle order. We'll come back to that. 263 for 4.
All right.
263 for 4. We were just talking about Fawad Alam. 13,073 first class runs. And then comes into this arena, has got 300s, no 50s. There they are. 296 not out best. Look at that, 62 50s, 38 hundreds.
Incredible record, that average of 56, and of course there's 2 things that happen if you wait a little bit longer. As Chisora continues from the golf course end, good single, good running to the tired legs of Muzarabani. Not really interested in cutting that off, but there's 2 things for me, Sikana, that happens when you wait that a little bit longer. Firstly, you are hungry when you get the opportunity, and secondly, you're better equipped. I've had a number of conversations with international players that got picked early, and they won't say it at the time, but 5 or 10 years later, a lot of players seem to think it would have been better if they were picked later. The Test arena is a tough stage to play, especially if you still have loads to learn and you don't know your game, as for instance Fawad Alam does. But arriving, sliding down, umpire not interested that time, and arriving at this level, knowing your own game, is a massive advantage, and he's making good use of his opportunities. We've talked about his conversion rate so far. 3 Test centuries, all converted to substantial figures. Once again, just wonder if it's a good idea with the two fast bowlers, Ngarawa and Muzarabani, fielding at mid-on and mid-off. Almost have a sense that they are... almost get a sense that they are being targeted by these two. The trick between the wickets, and that's what's trying to stop the single at mid-on and mid-off. The two fast bowlers, surely there's a better place to let your big boys rest.
No!
What I like about Fawad is his determination. Every time your team is being selected for a home away series, you expect to be part of it with those numbers, and then again go back there and do it again, all over again, and prove that you're worth it. It's big time. 265 for 4. Spin continues. Pakistan having a lead of 18-9. Where would you see Pakistan say you'll be content at the end of the day's play? Around 150, 60, 70?
I won't be surprised if they've actually had a chat regarding the wickets column. They would probably feel if they can get into the shed no more than 6 down tonight, they still have a lot of batting to do tomorrow. Then it becomes quite viable to add another 150 in that first session and a bit. But the way these two are going, the way they're running between the wickets, I won't be surprised if there's another 100-run session on offer. Just want to get back to the whole conversation we had about Fawad. He obviously hails from the south, Karachi if I'm not mistaken. So with the amount of runs that he scored at domestic level, was there a bit of an outcry for him from the public to play? The reason I'm asking is, you were talking about determination and the hunger when he got picked, and if that's the case, you almost feel that you're batting for those people that have supported you throughout your career and have noticed and seen your talent and felt that you would add value to the Pakistan national team. And I'm guessing with that amount of runs, there must have been a lot of chatter about that. But at the end of the over, we'll pick up on that just after the break with Pakistan on 265 for 4.
Yeah, almost bumped down. Yeah,
265 for 4.
Got TC. Under TC. No! TC. Adieu, TC. Atsikumukanga zvedu tungoda izvozvo chete. No. TC, kick out, man. ठीक है क्या TC वाले भेजा भी नहीं रहा लेकिन निकल नहीं रहे थोड़ा बाजी को मेरी कोया.
Talking about how best you can face spin bowling as a batsman.
No!
Great job with Miadat said that try to cover your stumps as much as possible. probably gets to the spinner's mind. In case of Fawad Alam, well, initially he offers everything, but then later on, you see, he's got it all covered. It must be so important for him when he comes from that stance and comes straight in front of the stumps to get in behind the line of the ball. How does he know his leg stump is not exposed? He knows exactly where to stand. Which means his left foot is not moving much. He just twists it and gets it exactly at the guard he's taken. Brilliant. Shivnarayan Chandapal had an open stance like that, but not as exaggerated as his. His has gone much more open than it was earlier. Misfield call is for 2, and it should be easy. If they run hard, they can probably push in for a third. No, but they're slowing down. .267 for 4.
.95 overs, 267 for 4.
And the Milito. Murado.
And Shumba to continue from the city end. That has been the end, biting into the dry side. That has offered some turn every now and again. We saw a couple before T just kick for a little bit, but since then not too much happening, and continues to puzzle the commentary team as to why the new ball has not been taken yet. You know, Sikana, if the ball was turning and ragging and creating chances and half chances, it would be a little bit easier to understand. And it's not like they're really producing maidens. At this stage, you'd have to feel that Pakistan is quite happy with the way they're treading along here. And that would set a stronger case for Zimbabwe to create some pressure using the new ball.
Come back for the second no. Good ground covered there. Well done by the fielding, Rava. See the comparison, 30 for 4 Zimbabwe, 226 for 4 Pakistan. But the recovery that Zimbabwe did from there was very good. Probably thought they'll be wrapped up inside 100. They managed 176. The partnership between Roy and Shumba had one of them hadn't been run out, would have done more wonders for their total. Would have been good. Last ball of the over. Hits it in the gap. Will be a chase, and no, can't cut it off. Boundary to end the over. It's 272 for 4. So Pakistan not only closing up to a 50-run partnership, another one, also closing up to 100-run lead. You can see the bottom of your screen, 96 runs is what they lead by. Sora continuing with the ball, which is now 96 overs old. Gets a bit of bounce on that occasion. Rizwan beaten by that extra bounce. Oh, he's missed it. That's the boundary of the last ball of the previous over. Many occasions seen Rizwan just gently pushes the ball into the cover region or onto the onside and races off for a single. Requires a lot of screaming from Fawad Alam to send him back. It's happened twice in 2 overs. That's a late shot. Good shot. Still one. Can you hear that? No, no, no. He wants to tell Rizwan that he is really not interested in that, because Rizwan is quick to turn around.
That man in screen got picked in 2009 for his first test. Played 3 test matches. At that stage it amassed 3,632 first-class runs. Fast forward to the 13th of August 2020, and he scored 12,265 test matches when he got an opportunity to play in his 4th test match. So no wonder we're seeing a man that's in control of his game, that knows how to score big runs. Those 11 years were spent fine-tuning his art and his skill, and it's been brilliant to watch. Pakistan 273 for 4.
Benito. Kameli.
Again, you see that. He's missed it. Now there are runs. The keeper just didn't put glove to it at all. This might just hit the rope. It does. You just sense it somewhere, Moni, that these two batsmen, they need to have a bit more communication. Rizwan is trying to run for those singles. He plays a shot and gives him that initial movement, which tells Fawad he's got a race. We'll come back to that. This is the run he was trying to take, and then Rizwan, see, Fawad is not very happy. And then this throw. Could have done better than that. You're wearing pads, my friend. So you get that trigger movement as the striker. Your partner has nothing else to do but to listen to that and just go on with it. Then you turn him away. That's tough.
They do seem to be enjoying batting with one another. The calling has been loud and it's been clear, but I just feel like they enjoy batting with one another. Enjoyed the fact that they've rotated the strike so well, and it's hard for a fielding side, it's hard for a captain when you've got a left and right hand combination bouncing the strike off one another like these two have. Got a 53-run partnership, just over 3 runs to the over. They've given this Pakistan innings a bit of momentum, taking to 279. When you felt that this innings was just at a stage where it could go either way, it might have been an opportunity for Zimbabwe to make some more inroads into the Pakistan batting lineup. but they've been good from the get-go, running well and putting the bad balls away.
No! Nice, Millie.
And just having a look at this leave, nonchalantly left by Rizwan. The first time I saw that happen, Sikandar, we were playing a match against Pakistan in the late 90s, and the great Inzaman ul Haq was playing against a Free State side in Bloemfontein, my home province, and he did that to what we thought were quick bowlers, and the great Inzaman wasn't interested, and I'll never forget the look on our fast bowler. I believe his name was Johan van der Walt, who ended up playing in that 4-3-8 match for South Africa, and he was probably bowling 135, maybe 140 k's an hour, and every time he bowled an away swinger a foot outside off, Inzi would leave him without moving his feet, and he was gobsmacked. He didn't know what to do, and every time he went a little bit straighter, Inzi would just flick him for 4. And that's when we realized that international players are on a different level. That's the end of the over. Pakistan 279 for 4.
Milito. No. My boys. Going TC.
There's so much chat going on between Fawad and Rizwan, and it's all about the running and calling.
Nice, TC.
I was wondering if that's also no crowds in, remember, so sort of this late afternoon session, very quiet. There's no real buzz at the ground that you normally associate with Test match cricket. Maybe they've taken it upon themselves just to generate their own energy levels. Easy to just wander off, and that can lead to a mental error with the bat in hand. So they might be trying to keep each other motivated, focused, with the chatter that's going on between them.
Good boys, good team. Committed. Going on, TC, keep going. No! Go TC. Go TC.
Probably at the end of the day's play or somewhere near that, Brendan Taylor might go for the new ball. But I still believe when Rizwan just walked in, could have taken it at that time. And it was Ingarava who took the wicket of Imran Butt. Should have given him the new ball then. I don't know how workable it would be at the end of the day's play. Just maybe when 10 overs remain and he gives it to his quick bowlers. 279 for 4.
Yeah, TC.
"99 overs with this ball, Moni. Are we waiting for it to lose its shape?" Well, the quick bowler, first sign of it after a while. So is Brendan Taylor now going to ask the umpire somewhere in this over to hand over the second new ball to Ripano. The man who took 2 wickets in an over in the second session is in operation now. 2 for 67 in his 17 overs that he's bowled. Pakistan lead by 103.
Tirapana, he's been the pick of the Zimbabwe seam bowlers today. He's been good. He got a bit of swing with the older ball, and Sikandar, I am in full agreement with you. I'd love to see him bowl with the new ball, getting it nice and full, trying to find that outside edge of Rizwan. And I must say, if Brendan Taylor is bringing him back just to bowl with the old ball, I would be left scratching my head. Not too many overs left before the end of the day. Ouch! Straight on the foot. That's one way to save runs off your own bowling. Stick out the good old left foot. I would guess that he's right-footed, being a right-arm bowler, so that's good skills with the left foot. Getting it out there. Plumb on the toe. It's going to hurt in the morning.
It's not such a bright idea, because he's actually put his foot in front of that shot. He's not been hit in his follow-through.
Yeah, but he bowled a half volley, so it's only right, I suppose, that he's got to field it off his own bowling instead of asking an outfielder to field that. Not a great start, but followed up by something much more accustomed to what we've seen from him today. Asking a good question to Rizwan there.
Plays that to deep point for a single. There's a gap there, but protection in the deep. Now we're talking about how Rizwan and Fawad are working hard on the calling for singles and doubles. Now, with the man standing at short mid-on, he's not there anymore. He's only there for Fawad Alam. That further complicates things, because now you don't have eye contact with your partner. Not in this picture, because when Fawad Alam is on strike, they don't have that man. It's only for the right-hander that they keep that short mid-on.
Lots of chatter going on there. He knows what he wants. Telling the captain to bring somebody across from the leg side, and he's put that man right there that you were talking about, Sikandar. He's on the offside for Fawad. And going strong offside field here, 6-3. Right.
Now you see that. A man right in your eye line. Now the calling becomes a little more tough.
Absolutely. He's supposed, with that sort of field, to bowl a little bit wider. They're really going strong offside here, trying to get it in that corridor of uncertainty, hunting for an outside edge, maybe something that's lobbed straight. I like it. It's a plan. You know what they say, plan your work, work your plan. So the bowler knows what he wants to do. Pretty much going a reverse mirror image to the right-hander Rizwan, although there's a catching mid on. Catching cover, slip and a gully. And then just a normal ring beyond that. And that's exactly the area that it want to hit with that field. I suppose that man at extra cover would be the target man. And that brings a couple of catches into play as well. And maybe just look out for that slower ball, because that would bring that man at the silly mid-on region into play. End of the over, Pakistan 281 for 4.
Instead of the 100th over, Pakistan are 281 for 4.
Pakistan lead now in triple figures, 105 runs. This partnership is another substantial one. Once again, the man in form from the middle order stepping up to the occasion. This relaxed afternoon here in Harare, where the clouds are already building up. We have been talking about the chances of rain for tomorrow, which are now looking to get further near to Harare. By the look of things, they look really beautiful, white fluffy clouds. No! And the lovely combination with the blue skies behind them. But one can sense that rain is in the air. It has been in the surroundings. You are a local. What do you say, Darlington?
Yeah, we typically have what we call Vura Machando in the language that I speak, which is Shona, which means basically to open the cold weather. So we often have a little bit of rain just before the winter begins. And so yeah, we are looking for that roughly around about this time and through the next couple of weeks.
But they are not torrential continuous rains, they are scattered kind of thunderstorms, right?
Yeah, generally they're not. It's usually going to be just a couple of showers through over 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, and then you'll definitely notice that even the temperature will drop even during the day, because what we typically have in the winters here is it's quite it's cool at night, like it's around about maybe 5, 6, maybe 10 degrees, and then usually around about 22, 23 degrees during the day. Once those rains have fallen, you'll sometimes see the temperatures during the day drop into that sort of 12 to 15 degree range, which can be quite uncomfortable for us, typically mostly because we're more comfortable in the 30 sort of degree range.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it missed also almost the breaking the fast time back home, and over there the heat is relentless. Temperatures around 35-36 degrees centigrade. The field temperatures would be around 40. So an ideal temperature for Pakistani team visiting over here. Nice Friday afternoon, having a substantial lead as well. Wild sweep to no success for Rizwan. End of the over, 282 for 4.
Cool it.
Yeah.
You've just mentioned breaking fast here, and I just need to understand which fast it is that you're actually doing.
Yeah, it is the holy month of Ramadan which is going on, and Eid, which famously and ceremoniously ends that holy month of Ramadan, is expected almost in the mid of May, around 13th or 14th of May. It is going to happen. And kind of remarkable aspect during all this tour has been Rizwan, not only in the T20s in South Africa. I think the last 2 T20s, the holy month of Ramadan started, so he has been fasting during all that period, and over here as well. So you run a lot, obviously not too much of sweat when you are playing in this kind of condition, but it is really challenging. So this is obligation which he has been following diligently.
A little bit short and wide from Doni to Tiripano, and Fawad is onto it, just gets the one from it. I find that really amazing that he's been playing international cricket matches on while fasting. It's something that we, as I suppose, as a predominantly Christian country, don't really understand, and it's amazing that he's played 2 tours on while fasting.
Even in South Africa, the match has coincided with the sunset. He was breaking the fast during the course of the game. And over here, it depends on the lunar calendar, obviously. It is moving about 10 days ahead in every season. So as I mentioned, that this Ramadan is going to end around mid part of May, and depends obviously in different regions on moon sighting. So credit to him. He has been a workhorse Pakistan, fighting it hard in the middle order.
Rizwan has played that really well. That last delivery was a slower ball, and he's waited on it quite nicely and pushed it out towards deep point. He's been in really, really good touch through the series. As you see, he's rolled his fingers down the right side of the ball, has Doni Tiripano, just taking the pace off of it. And Rizwan has been watchful and seen it. And been very impressive through this whole visit to Zimbabwe.
They're coming back for the second run. Yes, good running in the end. They both are very good runners between their wickets, very light on their feet. And this has been the hallmark of this partnership. Already 60 runs they have amassed. And this has been with around a strike rate of 50 or so. The ball was clear from Rizwan. Fawad was running towards the danger end, but in the end made it very clearly and safely. So the lead is counting 110 runs already. Pakistan would like to bat through maybe a couple of sessions until tomorrow, depending upon the weather, obviously. And then we'll see how Zimbabwe are going to find their way back into this game. They have done good in portions. A couple of wickets they've got in clusters.
Yeah, that lead is a real issue for Zimbabwe right now, because speaking to our statistician Pete Lane earlier this morning, how often a side gives away a first innings lead, just to try and get an idea of what Zimbabwe's prospects are from here. He says typically when a side gives away a first innings lead, only about 10% of those sides actually manage to win a test match. So 286 for 4 after 102.
Another wild swing by Rizwan. I'm not sure if this is back in the back of their mind, that if they are counting on the weather, which might be a bit of an issue on day 3, which has been in the forecast, but day number 4 and day 5, so still they've got all the time in the world. They can build up the partnerships.
I don't really think that the sort of rain we get at the beginning of our winter here is, because Harare Sports Club typically drains very, very well. Most of our cricket in Harare in Zimbabwe is played during the wettest part of the year. So, and we usually we seldom get games cancelled because of rain. So I don't really think that rain is going to be an issue at this ground. And I don't think the Zimbabweans are going to get saved by rain. They're going to have to play some pretty extraordinary cricket from here. As I was trying to say earlier, you find that the statistics say that once you've given a substantial first innings lead, it's very, very difficult to win from that position.
Certainly the fight backs have happened, but for that you will have to show a lot of intent. In clusters they have done that, but at times Brendan Taylor has been on the back foot.
Quick single called by Fawad Alam as Pakistan finished the 103rd over, 287 for 4.